What's up everybody, Cynda here, and welcome back to another episode of Cynda Talks, and today I'm drinking a little bit of a hot chocolate, but I don't have any marshmallows, and you need marshmallows to drink hot chocolate, so you guys just want to talk about Mega Man or something?
Mega Man 10 was released digitally in 2010 for the Xbox 360, Wii, and PlayStation 3 to above average reception. It was released only 2 years after Mega Man 9, which, given the series' release history up to that point, was kind of incredible. And serving as a direct sequel to Mega Man 9, 10 takes a lot from that game, including the retro art style, and does an awful lot to clean up the problems people had with 9, which we'll talk about a bit later. But as for my own history with this game, I bought it at the exact same time I bought Mega Man 9, and played them both around the summer of 2015 on our old Xbox 360, and later revisiting them on Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 on the Switch. So, does this game hold up? Let's find out! Mega Man 9 was designed to be a direct follow-up to the classic Mega Man games, released all the way back on the NES. Mega Man 10, however, was designed to push the series forwards while still utilizing the old art style, and this choice is present throughout the entire game. The menus have a certain sci-fi charm to them, the graphics are extremely detailed for 8-bit pixel art, and the soundtrack has a certain depth to it that you have to hear to really understand. There's a crunchiness and fidelity that just wouldn't be possible on older hardware, and it sounds great. But I will say that Mega Man 9's soundtrack is very slightly better. Personally, I'm just not huge on the modern sounding grittiness that's ever present on this OST, but a neat detail is that they got a different composer from the series' history to write each Robot Master's stage music, meaning each level has a distinct sound, while still maintaining that Mega Man vibe. Jumping into the game here, the story involves robots turning evil, thanks to a new virus. Roboenza. And so Mega Man and his trusty robot dog Rush have to fix it. Alright, 10 games in, you know the deal. 8 Robot Masters, so let's go in the Google recommended order of fighting them, starting with Sheep Man. This stage has a really neat internet theme, with these cursor guys creating tiles you need to dodge, all these bleeping and blooping thingies all over the stage. My main issue with this stage sounds kind of nitpicky, but there's so many things that halt your progress. These disappearing blocks that, in deciding which order to delete them, add a slight puzzle element, but they take a while to vanish. Plus, these treadmill platforms are just frustrating to use. Catch me using rush coil whenever I can to bounce past them. The mini-boss is also a bit annoying, using the treadmills to charge up the bulb in order to damage it while dodging the other bulbs, plus the electric attack is just too much. Also, the vroom blocks for Mega Man 9's Plug Man stage return, once again halting progress and causing the dreaded palm sweat. Luckily, Sheep Man's boss fight is a breeze, and we get one of the worst weapons in the game, the Thunder Wool. Pump Man is next, and this stage introduces water. Yippee! Something to note is that this stage possesses some multi-tiered level design, and rewards you for not falling into the water, which is really interesting, and means that playing through this level multiple times can lead to different outcomes, which rules. Except, this level just isn't the best. The aforementioned water makes the stage kind of annoying, especially these pipes that hinder Mega Man's jump height, and these metals that blast goo that makes movement slippery. Plus, with Pump Man being weak to Sheep Man's weapon, it means you have to be really careful when fighting this guy. Make sure to aim it so that the cloud is right above Pump Man, and only when he's charging up his water shield so that the lightning actually hits him. Oh, it's such a bad weapon. Who designs these? Anyways, pick up one of the best weapons in the game, Water Shield. Solar Man is next, and this level has quite a bit of verticality to it, which means when you get hit, you can lose a lot of progress, and that is frustrating. Also, there are these sunflower things that charge up a beam, and cannot be damaged while doing so. Combined with these arcing fireball things, this stage is rough, and start to ask the dreaded question these games try to avoid. Is this fair? There are definitely some moments that I don't feel like I failed as a player, and instead got stuck on some bad RNG cycle and took damage there was no way to avoid. Or maybe I'm a loser that sucks at Mega Man. I'm ready to accept that reality. Anyways, the mini-boss being these firebirds that are weak to the water shield. They're not too bad, except it's kind of lame to have both the mini-boss and the Robot Master be weak to the same weapon. Like, come on, I get that this is the fire level, but don't incentivize water usage at the mini-boss and then expect players to not be upset when the boss is weak to water and their weapon is out of charge. Solar Blaze is cool, but it isn't the best weapon. After the fire level, we have the ice level. Chill Man is a star here, which was my nickname in high school, and like me in high school, this level barely passes, because of this one part right here. The level introduces ice blocks that break when you interact with them twice, so the entire level is perfectly fine. It feels like an evolution of the Sheep Man disappearing platforms, but right here at the end there's infinitely respawning birds, and jumping spike guys that delete the ice blocks. I died a ton here, and then since it's right at the end of the level, you have to redo the good part of the level, but since I'm retreading so much, it's no longer fun. Once again, we're seeing the "is this fair" question being raised. Not a good sign. But anyways, the boss is fairly straightforward, and Chill Spike is the weapon this time. Freezes enemies with a glob of ice, and if it hits the ground, it becomes a spike, which is perfect to pop Nitro Man's tires. It's the car level with great music. And it features these giant buses that try to run over Mega Man. And as stupid as it sounds, the level with the giant buses that try to run over Mega Man ends up being the most fair obstacle we've seen in a while. There's a loud horn noise, which gives you the Mega Man Classic, which is barely enough time to react, but enough time to react. And when they start introducing spikes, the threats at hand are clearly defined. Finally, if you mess up in this level, it feels like your fault. There's still some classic Mega Man shenanigans thrown in there, like if you take the bus for a joyride down this hallway, there's a wall of spikes waiting to blow you up. Nitro Man's boss fight is solid also. I like how the glob of ice doesn't do a lot of damage, so it's important to learn his attack patterns and hit him with the spike to deal maximum damage. And then we get Wheel Cutter, which sucks. I'm sorry. It's similar to Plug Ball from Mega Man 9, which if you remember, I don't like since it's just a projectile that rolls across the floor. But this one lets you climb walls. There was never a point in this game where that was helpful. Maybe it helps on Solar Man's level. It's outside of the recommended boss order, so you would have to play the game wrong for that to be relevant. Commando Man is next, and I won't laugh because I'm a mature adult, but his name is Commando Man, and that's hilarious. This stage is awful, like next level awful. There's so many things wrong with this one, so let's take it step by step. First, the music rules, and is a very effective red herring. Alright, so these landmine things don't activate unless you shoot them. Okay, I'll just fly over the... Oh, well, never mind. Okay, I'll try water shielding. Okay, that worked, and now there's sandstorm physics. Awesome. Oh, and I can't see. That rocks. Oh, and then there are these things that pop out of the void. These were in Mega Man 9 as well, relegated to Concrete Man stage, and I complained about them back then too. But they somehow seem even more egregious this time. You can't fly or jump over them with Rush. They go however high they need to go to knock Mega Man into the pit. Alrighty then, I'll just take the lower route then. Oh, they're freaking everywhere. Awesome. You can't even wait for them to jump and slip underneath. There can be more than one on screen, which makes it literally impossible to jump through without dying. So if you can survive more sandstorm shenanigans, then you can use Nitro Man's mediocre weapon to fight Commando Man and get the Commando Bomb. Up next is Blade Man, and this stage really doesn't have a lot going on, or going wrong for that matter. There's just not a lot to talk about here. Even the seesaw portion I mostly flew over using the upgraded Rush Coil, Rush Jet, without a lot of issues. Even the mini-boss doesn't have a lot going on, just this castle guy that shoots spiky platforms and cannonballs, but it is a fun fight. Overall, it's a solid level, and Commando Bomb is a fun weapon to use. Piloting the bomb to hit Blade Man with the more powerful shockwave while dodging his blades, not bad. Truly the epitome of no news is good news. Plus, Triple Blade is one of the best weapons in the game. Finally, we have Strike Man. Sports is the theme this time, and shooting these soccer ball thingies is the name of the game. Maneuvering around using the soccer balls and avoiding the spiky soccer balls is a lot of fun. And the mini-boss isn't too bad. This electric goalie, I think. I don't know, I played soccer for like 6 months when I was 5. And Strike Man's boss fight is an absolute joke because Triple Blade is so good. We get Rebound Striker, which is cool, but has no use because we're all done! Oh wait, Dr. Wily has revealed his diabolical plan! He created Robo Enza! And now Mega Man has the sniffles and can't stop him! But turns out notorious anti-vaxxer Roll has not taken her medicine and gives it to Mega Man after claiming to have saved it for a really sick robot. Alright, Roll, whatever helps you sleep at night. Anyways, Mega Man zips off to Wily's fortress, but before that we better stock up at the shop. It's nothing special, but I didn't even mention it in the Mega Man 9 review, so I'll spare it some sentences this time. The screws you collect throughout the levels can be used to buy things like energy tanks and extra lives, and the extremely useful automatic weapon energy sorter doohickey that automatically fills up the lowest charge weapon whenever you grab a weapon energy, or the book of hairstyles that increases damage taken, acting as a sort of hard mode. The shop is nothing special, but it adds risk and reward gameplay in the levels when collecting the screws. Plus it's nice to be able to stock up on items. Dr. Wily's fortress. This mess is heinous. It's downright dastardly. It's horrific. The "is this fair" question is answered with a resounding no in these few levels. We start with a really neat level that has holograms of bosses from previous games. Or if you're experiencing the series by watching this show, future games. And these are fun, but then the quality falls off a cliff. The gimmicks that I hate all return. The Sheep Man mini-boss, the treadmills from Solar Man's level, the ice physics medals from Pump Man's level, Chill Man's blocks, and the worst mini-boss ever invented that I'm convinced is impossible to do damageless. Then you have to survive a boss rush. It's a brutal hour of gameplay in a game that's around 3 hours long. I did actually beat the final boss though, just barely. I made it to Wily's moon base and the background here looks sick. Take him out and he apologizes by leaving a ton of medicine behind. Overall, this game is strangely less polished than Mega Man 9, I feel, despite what the more modern classic presentation may imply. There's a lot of crap in this game, much more than what I remember at least. Back on the Xbox 360 when I played this along 9, I remember this one being easier. But now revisiting it for this review, I don't know if that's the case. There's also a challenge mode, but I'm not that kind of guy. And you can play as Proto Man, who can slide and has a charge shot and shield, or you can play as Bass, who has a cool dash, can fire in multiple directions, and can use treble to fly around and shoot. Respect to this game for trying to be a solid Mega Man game, but I'm hoping when I get around to 11, the game design is a bit more fair.
Man, it's a good thing robots aren't actually evil, because my air fryer would actually destroy me.
Who says I'm not evil?
What?
Oh yeah, bud. I remember everything. Oh, come on! This garlic bread is completely underdone! They should call you the air failer! Am I right or am I right? Alright, Pillsbury biscuits, no go in the air fryer. Common air fryer L. So can I still return it? Okay, I'll be in by the end of the week. Thanks again.
So now what? Come on, you stupid piece of metal! Huh? Look over there! Pillsbury biscuits!
Now I can make my specialty, incinerated on the bottom, yet underdone on top. Hey, there aren't any biscuits here. Were you joking?
Me? Joke? Never!
No.
What? Too hot to handle? I'm in the market for a convection oven.